Kendrick Lamar isn't just having a moment, he's defining an era. 7 months after dropping GNX, his latest studio album, the Compton native continues to shape the conversation in hip-hop and beyond. From record-breaking chart runs to a global tour that feels less like a concert series and more like a cultural movement, everything Kendrick touches right now doesn't just shine, it glows with legacy-level intensity. In a time where music trends change faster than ever, Kendrick has managed to keep the spotlight locked on him, forcing the industry to orbit around his artistry. Welcome to celebrity rap life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. In the last 12 months, few artists in any genre have experienced the kind of dominance Kendrick Lamar has. He's done it all, sold out arenas across North America, racked up billions of streams, and dropped an album that refuses to leave the upper tier of the Billboard 200. But what's most striking isn't just the scale of his success, it's the consistency. GNX didn't just drop, peak, and vanish like so many modern records. It's lingered, grown, and matured in real time, as if every listen reveals something new. At the heart of GNX's staying power is Luther, his high-octane, soul-laced collaboration with SZA. The track exploded out of the gate and didn't slow down for 13 straight weeks, sitting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and breaking records along the way. That's the kind of stat usually reserved for pop megastars with radio machines behind them. But Kendrick did it with a song rooted in vulnerability, lyrical nuance, and sonic experimentation. Luther wasn't just a hit, it became a defining moment in the modern hip-hop landscape, blending commercial success with critical acclaim in a way only Kendrick seems capable of balancing. When Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae finally knocked Luther from its perch, it wasn't a defeat, it was a momentary shift in a marathon Kendrick still leads. Even as the track finally gave up its top spot, GNX kept climbing in other ways. 7 months in, the album is still comfortably parked inside the Billboard 200's top 10, recently holding the #8 slot. For comparison, that places it above Drake's most recent offering, $$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$ be outpaced by Kendrick's deeper resonance with listeners. And it's not just the main Billboard 200 where GNX is flexing its muscle. According to NFR podcast and subsequent confirmation from Billboard metrics, Kendrick's album has dominated the top rap albums chart for 22 consecutive weeks, a feat never achieved before in the history of the chart. That number matters. In an era where fans digest music in weeks, not years, holding that kind of attention for 5 months straight speaks volumes about the album's impact and replay value. No gimmicks, no drama-driven promo rollouts, just powerful music and sharp execution. Still, all winning streaks eventually see new challengers, and this time, it came from an unexpected name. Lil Tecca's Dopamine just claimed the top spot on the rap albums chart, marking the end of Kendrick's record-breaking run. But dethroned doesn't mean diminished. Kendrick's presence in the culture is still overwhelming. One project doesn't define his run, and neither does a brief pause in chart supremacy. He's far from falling off. In fact, you could argue he's simply entering the next phase of an already historic stretch. The numbers might be impressive, but they're only one part of Kendrick's current wave. The Grand National Tour, co-headlined with SZA, has taken the energy of GNX and turned it into a full-blown movement. Packed stadiums, spontaneous guest appearances, and emotional crowd moments have marked every stop. From Los Angeles to Detroit, Toronto to Las Vegas, the tour has felt like a homecoming for both artists and fans, a reintroduction to the kind of depth and brilliance hip-hop can still deliver at its highest level. And this is just the beginning. As the North American leg closes, the Grand National Tour is set to hit Europe and the UK beginning July 2nd, with its first stop in Germany. The energy is expected to remain electric, as the duo bring their distinct chemistry and individual star power to stages across the continent. With SCA's soulful intensity balancing Kendrick's razor-sharp storytelling, each night becomes more than a show. It becomes a chapter in a living, breathing legacy. After wrapping up in Sweden on August 9th, Kendrick will take the Grand National Tour further south, this time without SZA. In her place, Argentine rap duo CA7RIEL and Paco Amoroso will join Kendrick for his South American run between late September and early October. The move signals Kendrick's desire to evolve the tour's identity while maintaining its core ethos, global energy, culturally specific resonance, and world-class performance. This leg of the tour is particularly significant. South America has long been a passionate but often overlooked market in global hip-hop tours. Kendrick's decision to take GNX to cities across Argentina, Chile, Brazil, and Colombia sends a clear message. He sees these fans not as secondary, but central to his global mission. CA7RIEL and Paco Amoroso aren't mainstream American openers. They're local giants in their own right, bringing regional energy that's bound to transform the GNX experience in unexpected ways. Looking at the state of hip-hop in 2025, there's no denying Kendrick sits at the top. Drake's rumored Iceman project might shift things, maybe. But with the lukewarm reception to his recent material and the public's changing appetite for deeper content, it's unclear if even he can challenge what Kendrick has built. For over a year now, Kendrick has been operating on a different frequency, more thoughtful, more intentional, and more in tune with the changing tides of the genre. There's an underlying question that persists every time an artist reaches this kind of peak. What's next? For Kendrick, it feels like he's not just collecting accolades, he's rewriting the standard. Albums like GNX don't come around often, and artists like Kendrick Lamar come around even less. He's proved once again that hip-hop, when handled with care and vision, can still push boundaries, still make statements, and still leave people breathless. The visual aspect of this era also deserves mention. The stage designs, outfits, and lighting for the Grand National Tour, helmed by creative director Mike Carson, have elevated each performance into a cinematic event. With rotating visual motifs, cryptic interludes, and tightly choreographed sequences, the tour is less about playing the hits and more about building a world. Fans don't just attend, they enter Kendrick's mental space, his memories, his politics, his grief, and his pride. Beyond the music and visuals, Kendrick's philanthropic moves in the past year have added even more gravity to his public presence. Whether it's donating to schools in Compton, quietly covering lunch debts across multiple states, or supporting mental health initiatives in Black communities, Kendrick is walking his talk. He's living proof that an artist can be globally famous without losing touch with the neighborhoods that shaped them. For younger artists, his current run sets a new precedent. You don't need to follow trends, go viral on TikTok, or drop every month to stay relevant. You need vision, patience, and a product that doesn't insult your audience's intelligence. GNX wasn't built to top playlists, it was built to last. And in an industry often chasing the next shiny thing, that kind of craftsmanship stands out. So even if Lil Tecca holds the top rap album slot this week, even if another chart topper emerges next month, Kendrick Lamar is still sitting on the throne. Because what he's doing right now isn't just about numbers. It's about building a body of work that will outlive every chart position, every award, every trending moment. In the end, Kendrick isn't just winning in 2025. He's defining what winning looks like in a post-algorithm era. And unless someone delivers something truly groundbreaking, the GNX run will continue to be the benchmark for how a hip-hop campaign should move, from rollout to live show, from message to music. This isn't a comeback or a revival. It's a coronation. And Kendrick Lamar, with every show, every track, and every verse, is making sure the crown doesn't shift an inch. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.